I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
He is the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska.
He's good at what he do.
Defending.
Hey, Daddy.
Undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world.
Hey, Daddy.
Terence. Bud.
BoxingVoice.com. Taking, any credit away from Arrow, he's a great fighter. He's good at what he do. But when you compare him to Terence Crawford, there's no comparison.
It's a dollar beat.
I'm just a better fighter. BoxingVoice.com.
Sit back and watch this. I promise you something. I promise you something. All that shit you talking don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
I can bump my guns at you, and you can bump your guns at me, but at the end of the day, them two brothers got to get in the ring.
Hey, Daddy. It's a dollar beat.
We've been here before. You trying to get there. Alright? I can tell you how it is to be undisputed. You can't tell me shit.
This a dollar beat. Hey, Daddy.
Y'all support y'all fighter. Let's come together, make this event a success. BoxingVoice.com. Everything about Terence Crawford is better than Errol Spence Jr. BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Boxing fans, are you ready?
Hey, Daddy.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're going to be discussing, obviously, the very, very hot button topic going around the internet right now, making the rounds, specifically on Twitter. There are multiple angles and videos of Terence Bud Crawford in a verbal altercation with Teofimo Lopez. And there's some audio. When this initially dropped, people thought Bud punked Teo. A lot of people were saying, he slapped Teo, he slapped his hand. He tried to slap Teo. Many assumptions were made. Now, we are at a point where they both physically met, and there's video of that situation. And we're forced to come up with our own assessment, right? Again, the internet believes a certain thing. So let's get into it. Two different clips as well. We'll start with this one, which is a much longer clip. And, the headlines don't belong to me. I'm just using the clips. So right now, not a lot could be heard, but that was Bud and Teo face-to-face. You can't hear what Bud is saying just yet, but we have to keep listening. No one in between them as we originally thought. There's absolutely no one in between them. I wonder who Bud is even talking to. because it ain't Tio. Now he's turned to Tio, and he's pointing in his face.
Video by Janina, but here you.
So this one slows it down because the video isn't Ellie's. It belongs to someone else. Ellie just put his watermark on it, and obviously he's popular, so everybody's sharing it. But he said his video is by Geneva. Now here, this one is slowed down, and you can hear it. See, I don't know. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Bud said outside the ring.
Yeah, outside the ring.
Which makes zero sense, bro. What is up with him? He's tripping. Like, now you got a personal beef with Tio because he wants to fight you. Crazy. He said, why? He said, outside the ring, he said, why? You scared the world gonna see me beat you. You scared the world gonna see me beat you. I love that they slowed it down, and this is funny. That's pretty corny, man. I rock with Crawford the long way, but what does he mean by outside the ring? Like, so you want to get into a street fight with Teofimo Lopez and go to jail for aggravated assault? Like, this is what we doing now? At 37 years old, you trying to street fight? That's
crashing
crazy.
Out.
All because somebody want to fight you. This game is the weirdest. Could you imagine the New York Giants beating on the other team just because the Eagles said they wanted to play them? Like, what kind of weird shit goes on in boxing? Only in boxing, too. Only in this sport. I want to fight you, so now I got to fight you outside of the ring, in the street, risk legal action, risk going to jail because I upset you. But then people laugh at Canelo when he says be respectful. So Crawford don't tell you to be respectful. He just going to beat you up outside the ring if you not. You see how that works? It's always double standards in this sport. Canelo says, damn, you want the fight, be respectful. Everybody like, why you gotta be respectful? Crawford, he don't even tell you to be respectful. If you disrespect, he gonna beat you up outside the ring. This makes absolutely no sense. You know, and here T.O. is doing everything we ask fighters to do, and he still ain't gonna get the fight. You know, he ran down on Crawford. Crawford talking about he want to beat him up in the street. This don't make no sense. No sense. The hunter's become the hunted, and he ain't even basking in his glory. He mad at people. He trying to fist fight. This crazy. Like, you should, you know how you know he prayed for times like this. To be the A side, now you the A side, people chasing you and you want to fist fight.
Right.
Shit weird. So
how many
weird.
people call out Crawford?
Nobody. I mean, there is now, though. Laura called him out. Johnny Beck called him out. David Benavidez called him out. Teofimo Lopez called him out. I mean, shit, I don't know. Am I missing somebody? They on his neck now.
But like them real call outs, because like T.O. popping up at fights. He waiting for the man walk out the entrance. T.O. been talking greasy. T.O. and we gotta keep the same energy that we keep with Canelo. We gotta keep with Crawford. Main event tip was right. Boots, you ain't fight the young lion Boots. You said it wasn't worth it. Now T.O., now that's a big fight. That's a big fight. That's two lineal champions.
Yeah, I like that fight, man. I like that fight. And the same way they did the Canelo and Jermell Charlo, where it was like undisputed versus undisputed, that's what they could do here. Lineal versus lineal champ. You know, two-time lineal champ versus two-time lineal champ. You know, and obviously the Bud fans are not going to like that because Crawford has a lot more accomplishments. But by billing the fight two-time lineal champ versus two-time lineal champ, you subconsciously put T.O. on Bud's level, even though he's not in terms of accolades, right? So, like, for the casual, they're like, okay, these are both on the same level because they both two-time lineal. But, you know, those that know that Bud is also 2-time undisputed, multiple division unified, you know, and now a single belt champion at 54. So it's a little different than Tio and him. Yeah, they both lineals in 2 different divisions, but, you know, it's obviously different in the case of Bud, Terence Crawford. But this is what we talk about. If you guys want to call in, feel free. Discord, Twitter Spaces available, formerly known as Twitter. Goes by X now. So if you want to join us, go ahead and join us on X or Discord. Phone lines open in about another 6 minutes for you to call from your landline. If you're looking to call in, don't forget you must request. I got the first super chat of the day coming through by Punter, 2-pounder. I think Madrimov hit him too hard. That ninja tripping. Tevis Smith, $5. I worked in Rocky 5. Excuse me, it worked in Rocky 5. What is that? Running down? It's supposed to work in boxing and in period, but, you know, Bud want to take it outside the ring. I don't know why. Like, why he want to do it outside? Like, I don't get it. And you acting like T.O. disrespected you, you know, personally. Like, he just disrespected your resume, you know what I'm saying? That ain't disrespecting you as a man. Like, he ain't call you out your name. Not that I remember anyway. If he did, then somebody got to tell me. I don't know if he called him any B words and stuff like that. Maybe some P words, but that should be allowed in the fight game. You feel me? That's what I think. We got Lil Zooted, $2, 40-year-old ninja, talking about outside. Bum, duck smoke. That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to say that either, though. Like, you know, that was strange. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how many people going to hear that and how that's going to be received, because it's like, I ain't saying you a role model, but you kind of a role model. You know what I'm saying? Now you out here, you know, I don't know. Look, I ain't trying to dwell on it, but it's just weird. JXV, $2. Tio would be the best name on Bud's resume. They hitting Bud with the same shit they was hitting Canelo with. You know, that's how they try to get Canelo to take the fight. Oh, if you beat him, that's the best name on your resume. Phone lines is open, though, man. If anybody wants to call in, now is the time to request. Noble, Vegas, what up?
Peace and blessings. What's going on?
Chilling.
Peace,
Tom. Indeed, I bet. So, at what weight class is T on Bud supposed to fight in your mind?
Well, T already said he would move to 54. He said Bud was trying to move up 2 divisions to fight Canelo. He could move up 2 divisions to fight Terence.
So T.O. finna move from 140 to 154. All right. Now, in T.O.'s last fight, who did he fight again? Who was that person?
Stephen Claggett.
Oh, yeah. Your personal opinion, how was his performance?
I mean, he didn't look the best.
All right. Well, let's gloss over that. In his fight previous to that, who did he fight?
Jermaine Ortiz.
Oh, yeah, my man Jermaine from Worcester. I don't know how to say that shit, but from Massachusetts. How'd he do in that fight from your personal assessment?
that was a tight fight, man. Jermaine did better than most people expected.
Indeed. What's T.O.'s next fight?
It was supposed to be Brian Norman, but, you know, Top Rank didn't want to let him do it in L.A. They wanted him to do it in New York.
Oh, okay. So he had a fight, but it didn't go through. Okay.
He already fought twice this year, though. If you didn't know, he fought twice this year already.
Yeah, I'm the one that called the fight. Well, not the second one. I ain't really care about that one, but the first one. But didn't Devin say something to the effect of, man, you know what, man? Let's make a fight between T.O. and Bud, man. 2 tears in the bucket. Let's push for a fight between T.O. and Bud. Let's not even consider all the people that say T.O. is out of his mind and he just be talking crazy, right? But he don't really have no substantive movement towards any of these things that he want to do. Any of these things that he say he want to do.
Running down
he don't
on
have
a
no
guy?
he don't
That's
have
not-
he don't have no substantive movement towards any of the things that he says that he wants to do. Nor does he have any power or control over getting any of these things done, but he running down on people in public, and we supposed to support that and be like, oh yeah, that's hardcore. Yeah, that's hard. He got heart. Man, shout out to the breast cancer warriors, breast cancer survivors, and the breast cancer.
So,
Peace.
so you know the hypocrisy with y'all is ridiculous. So let me ask you: Is Bud doing any necessary paperwork to get the Canelo fight other than calling him out? He ain't even fucking running down on him. You so biased, man.
You feel like it's your turn.
You so biased. So
But it's not your
Canelo, Crawford ain't got to do nothing but get on interviews and say he want the Canelo fight, and everybody's for it. T.O.'s getting on interviews and running down on Bud, and he ain't doing enough. He need to go the legal route and contact the WBO, but not Crawford. Crawford don't got to contact nobody. He just got to tell the people he want to fight Canelo. If you don't get y'all terrible, man. Equality, man. I preach equality, man. Y'all disgusting.
I see
Let
Richard
him-
Hitchens running down.
Let him cook. Go ahead, Two-Tone.
No, go ahead, cook, Jerry, cook.
Listen, man. I said that's a couple of videos, so now I got the whole picture. Lopez Sr. is caught on a hot mic telling Canelo to tell Fight Hype that Crawford doesn't deserve to fight him, that he needs to fight T.O. first before he can get to Canelo. Senior is caught on the mic telling Canelo, hey man, he doesn't deserve to fight you. Tell the public to have him fight my son. So I don't know if this is just a money grab. I'm not sure what the situation is. But Teofimo has a brand new interview with your friend of the show, Broadway Joel. And he tells the story, forget the ES News tape and whatever. It comes out of Teofimo's face. He tells you how it happened. He was walking through the crowd. He felt someone staring the side of his neck down. Felt like he had he was catching a tan on that side. Side of his face was frying. And it was Crawford staring him down with the death stare. And I know, Ness, you're going, oh, why do you want to handle outside? Because Crawford is a street guy, and you ain't considered a real tough fight for him.
Jerry,
you're
a grown up. Jerry,
hang on.
Jerry, you're a grown up.
Hang on.
This is a sport where people
I
as
understand,
young as
but we're
6
talking
years
about
old.
boxers.
This is and so am I. This is a sport where fathers put their son as young as 6 years old to become boxers. Stop promoting outside the ring violence like an ignorant.
I'm not promoting it.
Yes,
I'm
you
not,
are.
but you got to know who you're dealing with.
I don't want to hear
Crawford's
it.
the guy that wanted to
This
fight
ain't the
Porter
streets,
Senior
man.
in the
This
alleyway.
Ain't the fucking streets. If you want to
Porter
fight in the streets,
guy
go
that wanted
to the
to fight-
projects. Go to the fucking projects. This is
You
not
never-
the streets. These are kids trying to get the fuck out the street. If you want to promote
Okay.
dumb shit, go somewhere else. We don't want to fight in the street.
What's Teofimo doing? I'm not promoting it. But Teofimo's
You
calling out Crawford out the
glorifying it. You
blue.
glorifying
He's going to
it.
get
You
in the ring and
glorifying
walk.
it.
I want to see the fight. I want to see it. Let's get the fight in. But when he gets trampled and stomped out in 3 rounds, what are y'all going to do? Oh, fight someone your size.
No,
Why don't you
let him. Fights were meant to
You know,
happen for a reason. Like let him get
I agree
trampled.
with
That's
you.
what he asked for.
I agree with
He
you.
asked
I
for
agree
it.
with you.
Let
But
me
Crawford
ask
is
you
a
a question
hothead.
now. Let me
He's a
ask
guy
you a
from the
question.
street.
Let me ask you a question now. Is T.O. not the biggest name on Crawford's resume?
No, it's still Spence.
Oh yeah, with
It's still Spence.
all the excuses people give about Spence, you're gonna tell me that T.O.'s not the biggest name? Come on, bro.
I don't think. Listen, hang on, Ness, before you cut me off. I don't even think Teal's right.
You may feel like it's your turn.
I don't think Teal's the same.
But it's not your turn.
I do want to see the fight.
All I know
want to
is I
see the
sit
fight.
here for years and I see each fan base become the next fan base that they say they despise. You know.
Ness, I want to see the fight.
Yeah.
I want to see the fight. I think Teofimo has talked his way into a grand world-class
You want to see the
ass
fight, but you
whipping.
glorifying Crawford for wanting to go catch him outside. Come on, man.
You got to know who you're dealing with.
Nah, we dealing with a fucking businessman. We dealing with a
Dude,
businessman. That's what he been doing, a lot of business. I seen him not take the Earl fight to go do business with Avenesian and leave Earl Holden with all his fucking hand, all the marbles in his hand, right? So we dealing with a businessman. When the last time Crawford had a street fight? When he body slammed the auto body mechanic? When he body slammed the auto body mechanic? See, because if you don't know, don't talk.
Let me just finish with this.
I mean, your bell been rang.
Teofimo's got a problem. I'm telling you right now, people are going to accuse him of racial slurs. He called Tank Davis and Crawford gorillas. I'll let you see it in that damn interview. People are going to be on Teofimo's ass. He wants to fire. He wants to walk through the flame. He wants to fire, man. He's about to get it. Say goodnight to the bad guy.
Yeah, you the bad guy because you promoting out-of-ring violence. You a grown-ass man with a fucking loan officer company out here talking about if Crawford want to see him in the street. That's some punk shit. Fuck you want to fight him in the street for? He ain't did shit. He ain't talk about nobody wives, nobody mothers, nobody kids. Until y'all send me some video of my man at least calling Crawford the B word, like, Jesus Christ, what you want to fight me out in the street for? Damn.
And Crawford did de-escalate the violence at the Spence press conference when them Texas niggas and them Omaha niggas wanted to run the fade with each other. He was a de-escalator.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
This outside the street shit is corny. Like, we boxers, right? I mean, let's fight in the ring. And it's a big fight. It's not no little fight. Lowe's no boxing.
Yo, what's good, yo? Yo, Chili. That's good. First off, I want to say something right now. Teofimo Lopez is hands down one of the most hated fighters in boxing today. And he does the things that we want boxers to do. I see a lot of the weird fanboy 50-year-old channels, right? Making videos talking about Bud Crawford, Smack Teofimo, all this stuff. They promoting street nonsense. This is boxing. I don't understand why dudes is taking it personal, right? What if Canelo was to take it personal and run down and grab Terence Crawford by his neck and chokeslam him for calling him out, right? People would say Canelo's dead wrong, right? They would laugh about that. Tio's trying to get the fight. And I'm not even a fan of the fight. And you know I'm a Tio guy, you know what I'm saying? I think Tio got a lot of unfinished business at 140, just like Crawford got at 154. But I stand on what I said before. I give Tio a better shot at beating Bud Crawford than what I gave Berlanga beating Canelo Alvarez. And I still stand on that because they're closer in skills. Now, obviously, he ain't scared to fight Terence Crawford. And these weirdos got to stop the nonsense already, hating on this man. I was listening to an interview last night. Punch Drunk had Tio Sr. on for like an hour and a half. Great interview. And he was talking about how even Berlanga's people try to run down on Sr. They try to run down on Tio Sr. because he picked Berlanga to lose against Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? And Tio Sr. did say some spicy things about Bud Crawford. He called Bud Crawford and Turkey Al-Sheikh the no Diddy word, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He went as far as calling Turkey Al-Sheikh Aladdin and saying that that's Bud Crawford's whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, they selling that fight. Yeah, they selling that fight hard. And believe it or not, what?
He called him a magic genie?
I mean, that's what you want to call it. Yeah, he was talking about, he was telling Punch what happened, how it started, that Bud was coming by, that Tio Sr. grabbed his arm and told Bud, I want you to fight my son. And then Bud told Sr., get off me, whatever. And that's how him and Tio started having their little words. And then after Bud doinked him, like Bud didn't smack him, he doinked him. People, see, a lot of these dudes that's talking about he got smacked, they never been in the trenches before. They never been outside. They never been off the porch. They never been punched in the mouth or punched anybody in the mouth. They probably never even been arrested before. And I'm not glorifying that. You know what I'm saying? But Bud doinked him with his finger, and Tio smacked his hand and wanted to go at him. And then Senior was talking about, Senior talked the way Senior talked. He said Bud Crawford and Turkey Al-Sheikh, he said something funny, something weird, you know what I mean? Zesty energy, basically, and then called Turkey Al-Sheikh Aladdin, something to that point. Him and Punch were, bit, and they were joking about it. It was a good interview. You got to check that out.
Damn, Berlanga the streets, man. He spoke, man. He spoke right now, too. It was like 40 minutes ago.
I seen that.
He said, you not from New York, stop jacking. He said, you not from New York, stop jacking New York City. You was never here. This my city, homie.
The funny thing is, Teal's the best fighter in the East Coast, period. Bottom line.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's his city, bro. We took that shit over Saturday night, bro. It's Berlanga time.
Off a loss?
It's Berlanga time.
12-0?
It's Berlanga time.
Off a loss, getting beat 12-0, that's your city.
Berlanga time. You got to roll that up. Berlanga time.
New York down bad. Y'all down bad. Lord, child. Off a loss?
Tio ain't sold one pay-per-view in his life. Berlanga sold 650,000.
I don't know.
We
Who
taking over one city at a time. We taking over. Yeah, shout out to Berlanga time.
Man, running New York off a 12-0 beat down.
You about to see who everybody gonna be calling out. The new cash cow.
That's wild. Who running New York boxing right now?
Sam, what up? What you mean who running New York boxing? He is.
Berlanga. Somebody running it right now. Who running it?
Berlanga.
Nah. New York. Nah, man. First the Knicks, now Berlanga.
You ain't talking, Sam? What up?
Oh, yeah. I just needed to say one thing, man. Y'all must be anti Crawford podcast or something. Y'all don't like Crawford?
Hell no. We love him. He was just on the show like a couple months ago.
I always big up Crawford. I mean, I'm blocked, but still.
Oh, damn, you blocked?
I mean, don't y'all feel like Crawford versus Canelo like the biggest fight in boxing, or is something bigger than that?
I mean, Canelo versus Benavidez is the biggest fight in boxing.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, well, my bad. I was just saying one thing. I just want to say that one thing, but appreciate it, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all do.
So I guess so basically I guess he's saying it feel like we not Crawford fans because we not pushing for Crawford to get the Canelo fight only. Because we certainly talked about that, but we just talk about everything. Like, we try to be equal. If T.O. calling him out, we got to report that. If David calling him out, we got to report that. Like, why would we only talk about just him and Canelo if other people throwing opportunities his way? Because T.O. a decent fight, and Laura, that's for a belt. Laura called him out Saturday after he beat Danny. That's for a belt. Johnny Beck called him out. I don't think Johnny Beck got 2 belts no more. He just announced he's doing a title defense. There's only 1 belt. He fighting that same dude he was fighting before, too. That's so strange. Johnny Beck versus Milahajlovic. And that seems to be only for the IBF. And he only has 1 belt. So I don't know. Maybe they stripped him. So all that unification shit's out the window. Cliff.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Jerry Sariano, man. I like your call, Jerry, man. Y'all, I ain't promoting the fight neither. And that's just one spinning narrative. Crawford is who he is, so fuck it. That's how he want to behave. That's how he want to behave. But stop making this lie saying that motherfucking T.O. is the biggest name on his resume. T.O. doesn't even sell out auditoriums and theaters. Never did a pay-per-view.
What do you mean? Biggest name don't got nothing to do with fucking ticket sales? What the hell?
What they got? He ain't sell nothing.
Who's talking about selling? Biggest name ain't got nothing to do with ticket sales. We talking about the fucking accomplishments.
What is a big name to you?
Accomplishment. No, you talking about being a draw. You talking about being a draw.
That's what matters in this sport. That's what matters in the sport is being a draw. Floyd told you that them belts don't
y'all
mean
dudes is deflecting, man. Y'all deflecting, man. How much did Velasquez draw? How much did Velasquez draw?
That ain't got nothing to do
exactly.
with it.
So why is you calling in here talking about drawing if you don't want to talk about the other people that didn't draw?
About who is the biggest fighter and it's clearly Errol Spence, nigga. T.O. ain't more. T.O.'s little bullshit ass.
Cliff, you wasn't listening, Cliff. You just calling in here to yell. You about to get hung up on. You ain't listen. I said T.O. could be considered the biggest name because people give excuses about Errol Spence.
Bigger.
It is not clear. It is not clear when you got hundreds of thousands of fans talking about he got thrown out of a fucking Ferrari. You silly as hell.
2 car accidents, cataract.
They never don't mention the car accident in the eye. Like, this dude is just an idiot.
That don't matter. I ain't no fucking idiot.
Yes, you is. You dumb.
Fucking bigger than Spence, nigga. He don't even got a pay-per-view.
You what,
man? The girl in the PPC and T.O. sitting there on top rank, giving you free fucking TV. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit.
My dude, you are confusing draw with big name. You're like a dummy.
I'm not.
Jesus Christ.
Confusing anything.
What the fuck?
Big name. What do you mean? No, what you're saying is he's the most accomplished fighter, but he's not a bigger name.
Bro, I use the phrase big name. You keep bringing up draw. I use the phrase big name. He would be the biggest name. You said draw.
Will be the same thing.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. A draw draws attention. A draw draws tickets. A draw draws people to the fucking place.
Beating up a washed up Josh Taylor, just like homie pressed you earlier with the Holyfield Douglas shit, and you ain't know what to say when you just say whatever you want when you can't get your way.
How he crushed me? You didn't hear me Google it, you dummy. I Googled it. He brought up the biggest fucking heavyweight fight in history.
Y'all got cooked on a heavyweight fight?
Man, you dumb. You dumb.
You said it was an anomaly.
You dumb,
nigga. We all heard you get cooked, and I ain't one of your glazing ass fucking callers. I'm gonna call a spade every time if you right or you wrong. You was wrong about that. You wrong about T.O. being a bigger draw, bigger fighter, a bigger anything than Arrow. Get the fuck out of here.
You mad? You triggered? Get the fuck out of here.
Cliff, you know T.O.
Go lick Earl wounds.
But it's not your time.
What'd you say, Tom?
You know T.O. first ballot Hall of Famer over Earl. Come on, man. We got to keep it real. Stop the cap, bro. This hands down would be the biggest, most accomplished fighter on Terence Bud Crawford resume. Lineal champion. Earl.
Bruh, listen. He don't know boxing. Earl never moved up a division. T.O. had the same amount of belts as Earl and moved up and became a champ in another division. Like, he don't know what he talking about. He talking about selling power, being a draw, the fact that Earl could put butts in seats. That ain't what we talking about. That's what you want to talk about to win the argument. Again, these dudes don't want to talk boxing. They want to be fanagers. Fanagers. Calling here talking about sales and tickets. Ain't nobody talk about that. AC, what up?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yup.
Yeah, man, shout out to you, bro, because I legit was just having this conversation, man, and some of the talk that y'all been having over the last few days, I just had to call in, bro. Like, y'all dudes are fucking stupid, and pardon my language. I don't know what happened in the last 5 or so years that you dudes think a big name is a guy being popular on Instagram. Bro mentioned Floyd Mayweather. Y'all understand that Floyd Mayweather fought nothing but current world champions coming off big wins. Money Mayweather, the dude talking about the belts don't matter, unified 3 belts at 147 and 2 belts at 154. Every single one of them dudes was coming off big wins. Like, bro, that's how, like, I don't understand, like, what happened, the mentality where y'all are rooting for guys who ain't even fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to have to actually fight to become a star. Y'all think that Canelo a star because he Mexican? No, it's because he fought Trout. He fought Laura. He fought Kirkland. He fought Ngulu. He fought Triple G. He's not no fucking internet hype job. I don't understand why now y'all think internet hype jobs means a dude is a big name. I rock with Bud Crawford and Spence way harder than Teofimo Lopez. Bro, T.O.'s a 2-time lineal champion, a former 3-belt unified champion. Earl Spence is a 1 division unified champion, bro, with 3 belts. It's a bigger win, debatably. Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all need to get back to being on some man shit and not this little girl shit, bro. Like, every big name until I guess now the current Tank Davis era, no disrespect to the homie getting his money, actually became a big name by fighting people. Floyd fought people to become a name. Oscar De La Hoya fought people to become a name. Fucking Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson. You got dudes who's the youngest undisputed champion. These dudes became big names because they were whooping people's asses and they knew every fight was going to be a fight. What's wrong with y'all, bro? I don't understand this shit. And that's, I fuck with you, but you part of the problem, man, because you be pushing shit too, like Mario Barrios, trying to make Mario Barrios a name. For what? Why are we letting dudes have leeway to play Floyd Mayweather games when these dudes ain't even got Floyd resume at 130? Like that shit is retarded, bro.
I mean,
Make these dudes actually have to put work in, man. Let these fucking fighters put work in, bro. This shit crazy.
But
It's crazy.
AC, you know I could find an argument for anything, specifically Mario Barrios, especially when you end your phrase and your sentence in put work in. He did put work in. He fought Tank and Thurman. So now
He lost.
now they giving him and after that he beat Ugas better than Earl. He didn't get his mouthpiece knocked out and some of his teeth on the floor. He beat Ugas better than Earl.
I'm gonna say this. No disrespect to Mario Barrios. Since the Tank fight, literally every man this dude has fought has come off a loss except for Maidana. And 3 of them dudes was coming off knockout losses. The man was 40 coming off a knockout loss where he got his face broken. And that's the expectations.
Wait, who you talking about? Who you talking about? Because you said
Ugas was 40 coming off a broken face and a knockout loss. Like, no disrespect to Barrios or nothing like that, but that's the expectations that we putting on Mario Barrios. To be like, oh yeah, he can now fucking, like, come on, man.
Barrios fought Tank, then fought Keith, then fought Ugas, right? In concession?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Nah, he had Santiago. He had Santiago before Ugas. He had Santiago before Ugas.
But still, did he go from Tank to Thurman?
Man, listen. How many people that you know in boxing history before, I guess, this time period now, where we is hyping the dude off for fighting about a guy coming off? Everybody he's fought come off a loss, and half these dudes coming off knockout losses. That's what we hyping up.
Yeah,
like,
but
no disrespect to him, but it's like,
can I get 10 seconds here? Let me get 10 seconds, right? Because you discrediting Barrios for fighting a guy off a knockout loss, right? But then we could have a completely different show, and I'm sitting here like, yo, Berlanga coming off a loss, let him get a tune-up. Nah, fuck tune-up. Earl don't believe in tune-ups. So Ugas didn't take a tune-up, but you still blaming Barrios. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm not gonna lie.
You wrong no matter what, because Barrios not a tune-up. So Ugas ain't taking a tune-up, but no matter what, Barrios is taking a tune-up because Ugas coming off a loss. So you wrong no matter what. But the bell been rang. Got to go. It been rang.
You got it.
Yeah, but you see, we in a rock and a hard place. Right? Because Ugas. Oh, I'm like Earl, y'all. I don't want him to take no tune-ups. I'm fighting Barrios. And then they like, well, Barrios, you taking an easy fight because Ugas coming off a knockout loss. Like, we in a rock and a hard place, man. We can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways, man. Joe Pilot.
Yo, you hear me?
Yep.
Where I'm surprised it connected the first time. Yeah, man, I'll tell you the truth. I keep the same energy. I don't like boxers jumping up 2 divisions. It's just 14 pounds in the ring is a lot of weight. I think I want Teo to go to 47 first. I think the problem is with Bud is that he doesn't have enough, like, Teo doesn't have time on his side because Bud's older age. But, yeah, it's like 40 to 54 is a big jump, bro. And, like, at 40, it doesn't look like he has the, the stopping power. And I kind of want him to go to 47 and see if he can achieve something there. But the thing is, in 47, is like all them guys are kind of like, not really like fighting nobody in reality because, like, look at, like Barrios is about to fight Ramos, for promotional reasons to build his brand. We don't know what Stanionis is doing, and, it's a whole bunch of different gangs, Teals with Top Rank, and who knows now he's trying to get out of Top Rank, it looks like. So it's like, and then Norman, with Top Rank, and I don't think Norman's willing to maybe fight a Teo. If he just turned down big money down with Boots, You think he'll take maybe a little bit less money because Boots sold more than Teal's ever sold. So to me, Boots was a bigger name than Teal. Like Teal to hardcores is he has the accolades and everything, but Teal doesn't really draw. Not trying to be like a manager or a businessman and then nothing like that, because I wouldn't want to see the fight, but it kind of wouldn't make any sense on Norman's part to fight Teal. And then it's like everybody's like, that's the problem that I see, that I kind of want him to show me that he can belong up there at 54, because if not, like, I got Crawford over him. I still would have Crawford favored over Teo. Of course, I give Teo a chance because, like I said with Canelo and Berlanga, you can age overnight. Doesn't matter how hard you train, you can just leave it all in the gym, especially at an older age. But I don't know, bro. I kind of like Teo jumping up 2 divisions, but I would say this: if Bud should be maybe pushing for that fight, because to me that's a easy check for him. Teo got accolades. Teo, beat Loma 35, went up to 40, beat the man at 40. Taylor, lost all them belts by technicalities, all by not trying to pay them sanctioning fees, because he was with the MTK Global guys, and there was problems going on, and
Bro,
I
got this hating ass producer Todd texting me. My dude, Loma's a bigger name than anything Earl beat, bro. Loma's a bigger win than any win Earl got. What's a better win than Loma that Earl got? Who? Kell Brook? Chris Algieri? Amir Khan? Who?
Nobody.
Like, what the fuck is wrong? Yo, stop texting me this shit when you don't know shit about boxing, bruh. Come on, man. Look, they still hitting me with the pay-per-views, bruh. Big name ain't got nothing to do with pay-per-view. Big name means your accolades. He's a bigger name because of his accomplishments. He gonna go down in history because of his accomplishments. He's a bigger name. He beat Loma and Taylor. Those are bigger wins. What is Earl's best win? Kell Brook? Off a fucking knockout loss? What's his best win? Sean Porter?
Earl best win?
Sean Porter after Kell Brook gave him the blueprint? After Kell Brook took his belt? Like, what is Earl's best win? Why y'all keep fucking lying? This must be a Texas thing, because you from Houston? You loyal? What's going on? T.O. got a better resume.
Now, Teal got a better resume, but you got to remember, like, Earl was at 47. That's the difference. Like,
only one division. Only one division. Teo was unified like Earl, and unlike Earl, he never got the fucking lenient. He was not considered the man. So everything Earl did, Teo did it with a cherry on top, then moved up another division, grabbed another fucking belt, and took a piss on what Earl did. Fuck y'all talking about, man? Y'all always make me shit on fighters because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to learn the sport. How the fuck is Earl and T on the same level when one dude did more? One dude fought better opposition. Where is Earl's first ballot Hall of Fame? I'ma fucking wait right now. Go ahead. This is a shame, bro. This is a shame. This is some Texas shit, bro. Stop texting me with this garbage, man. It's garbage you talking.
But hold on, but I think Earl is a bigger name than Teo, but Teo just got more accolades than Earl. But you cannot say Earl's not a bigger name than Teo.
You talking about a bigger draw. Yeah, he draws people to Texas. He sold 48,000. He's a draw. He sells pay-per-view. He's a draw. He's not a bigger name because he don't got the accomplishments to be a bigger name.
But isn't a bigger name associated with a draw? Bro?
Nah, y'all talking popularity, man. We talking accomplishments. Y'all want to argue? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Accolades. But you can't say he's not a bigger name than Teo, bro. Teo doesn't, like, Teo's not really, I mean, Spence isn't really super known to casuals, but he's more known to casuals than Teo. Like,
Earl got Budweiser?
I mean, if he had all this money from these promoters, why is he complaining about getting paid, taking out trash in New York?
Because
you
he
can't
done
say
fought.
that.
He done fought in the Four Kings, and they don't put enough respect on his name.
Who doesn't put respect on Tio's name? They gave Tio respect for Loma.
Nah,
They
bro, they
gave
don't
Tio
put
respect
enough
for
respect on
Taylor.
that man's name. That's a 2-time lineal champion. That man fought Loma when nobody else would fight him. He went up there and he fought Josh Taylor. That man, they don't put enough respect on Tio's name, bro. They wouldn't even put this man on the jumbotron at Riyadh season, bro. It's disgusting. It's nasty.
I mean, but too, I think that's more. You know how it is. Everything in life is favorites. I think Tio just doesn't have Tio just might not be one of them chosen people to be loved by the powers that be in boxing, bro. That's what it might be, bro. Because Tito's like the Reggie Jackson of boxing. You either hate him or love him, which is good because at least
David
people
effect,
care.
bro. That David Benavidez. It might be that effect, bro. Where you
No,
just don't get
it's
that
different
love, bro.
because David doesn't get hate or love. He only gets hate when it's brought up to Canelo. But Tio gets hate regardless, or he gets love regardless. So that's not bad, So it's like he can work that to his advantage. I think people just don't care about David, like at all. I think they just only care about David.
Go to racist route.
Yeah, because he definitely did. But but boxing's like I think everybody's racist a little bit inside. Everyone's a little prejudiced. But yeah, man, I think Earl's a bigger name, but Tio does have, to me, has more accolades than Spence. Definitely, I think Tio might be either 1 or 2 on Bud's resume. I just don't like.
He
Tio
number
moving up to
one.
54.
He number one. He number one. He got more accolades than Earl. He would be number 1 on Bud's resume. That's where he fall. Number 1. Earl would fall behind Tio on when
Jump in 2 divisions.
Jerry Soriano, $2. Ness, check your Discord. Sent you a new video. Let him cook. Canelo, duck emoji, me, $2. Tio won't fight no 140s, no 147s, but pound for pound number 1. Yo, you see how things is full circle? We got us one. So you see, it's a vicious cycle. Listen to this. Just who are they talking about? Blank won't fight no one at his weight or the division above, but they want us to believe they could be the pound for pound 2 divisions above. Who they talking about?
I don't know. Who they talking about?
Oh, my God, Tom.
I hit a little bit of reefer, man. Who they talking about, man? I don't know what's going on.
So the sentence fits 2 people. Bud Crawford. Crawford ain't fighting nobody at 60.
Facts.
But his fans want us to believe he's going to go up to 68 and beat a pound for pound. So the same hate that they doing for Bud, saying that he can't do that, they doing for Tio.
Facts.
Oh, Tio don't want to fight nobody at 40 and 47, but he wants us to believe he could beat Bud at 54. Like, I'm telling you, it's a vicious circle. These dudes are hypocrites. It's cool for Bud. Somehow Bud, he's allowed to move up 2 and 3 divisions, but Tio not allowed. Even though Tio is the one that has proven that he could beat the dude in the division that's perceived as the man. Not only perceived as the man, but holds the lineal title in the division. He's proven that already. So he has a track record. There's an argument that he beat 2 lineal champions. Bud would be his 3rd. He set precedent. But again, people want to ignore that. Thick Vegan Afro, welcome to the prospect level. Lil Zooted, $2 on that champ level. Not 62-year-old Jerry trying to defend outside the ring. Dead emoji. That's what I'm saying. That's weird. These people out here talking about, oh, Crawford like that. Bro, he used to be like that. He's a fucking multi-millionaire chilling with Warren Buffett, and y'all want to see him in jail?
Right.
Like, come on, man. Y'all want to fuck up his image?
He went Rihanna now.
Come on, man. Y'all got to get y'all fucking mind out the dumpster. Pristine Sports Network, $2. Tio lost to a bum named Camboso. Laughing out loud emoji. Spence bigger W. I don't know about all that. I need to see your amateur book or your professional record. You out here calling fighters bums. Nezoro, $5. People thought Josh Taylor was going to beat him, but he shocked everyone. Let them get in the ring and hash it out. Exactly. He can shock everybody again. $2. Ness stands corrected. T.O. Sr. snatched up Crawford. Okay. It just proves that he's not afraid then. Tevis Smith, $5. If sales don't matter and it's accomplishments, then Bud is the biggest fight for Canelo, not Benavidez. True. If we talking accomplishments.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Two-time undisputed champ, yeah.
Absolutely. Lil Zooted, $2. Cliff with the low IQ energy, shaking my head. Ness, cook his ass. DC3, $2. Barrios beat Kerr. Oh, beats Kerr. Wow, that's a brave prediction. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $20. Time to drop that bomb. Bud versus Tio. I don't hate it, but Tio would have to be a draw to get that fight next. He's not. So get a couple of stoppages or a couple of better performances, move up and weight, and we could revisit. Tio's last 2 fights, underwhelming. Now, again, I love you, Mozzie, but there's hypocrisy there. Tio's last 2 performances are underwhelming. Bud's last performance is underwhelming. Tio ain't get a stoppage. Bud ain't get a stoppage. But again, Bud somehow gets this pass and he could just fight Canelo. Tio got to go fight other people to prove he could fight Bud. But when I say Bud should fight Munguia or David to prove he could fight Canelo, oh, he ain't asked to fight them. He only want to fight Canelo. Well, Tio only want to fight Bud. Why we got it? Equality. 954 Twigs, $5. Can someone ask Ness why Crawford has to fight Benavidez to fight Canelo, but Tio doesn't have to fight Boots to fight Terence Crawford? That's what I just said. When I say, and I don't say he got to fight nobody, but I say, yo, if he ain't giving you the fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say no. Don't try to steal my argument. Jerry counter.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Ness, let me get my call off. Listen, ain't many fighters ever call out Crawford for a reason.
There's a list right now.
When I say you got to know who you're talking to, it's not because I condone it. It's that you got to know when you're looking at a real man and not a keyboard warrior, right?
So you're saying that Crawford at 37 is irrational. That's what you're saying. That at 37 he's irrational. He's going to jeopardize his freedom.
I grew. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you were a fighter and you saw Mike Tyson in his prime out at the nightclub, would you go up to him? Would you go up to Mike Tyson?
Why not, man? He's my idol.
Oh, really? Oh, really? You probably would have got your jaw broken.
Okay. So
that's how he was.
That's cool.
Caleb Plant has a reputation right now that if you're going to go up to him and talk you better be ready on the spot. Not everybody plays the keyboard warrior games. So Crawford is a man, stone cold. He's reformed. He's successful family man. But he's from the street. Teofimo Sr. snatched his arm up. So you got to get the story correct. He snatched him up. Not only that, Teofimo Sr. is on interviews calling him and Crawford gay. Your boy Punch Drunk talking about Crawford's got a fat wife.
So you decided to double down. You decided to double down. You decided to double down and give more reasons why Crawford should fight him in the street.
I'm telling you that they have been totally disrespectful.
I gotta go,
and if I'm in somewhere and you're grabbing up on me,
Jerry, come
I'm
on,
just
brother.
telling you.
You're too old.
I'm just telling you.
You said you were 61.
No. Ness,
you said you were 61.
You would never grab anybody.
My
Ness.
brother,
Would you grab somebody?
You were 60. I can't do this with you. He said he was 61. So now you sitting here and you going to give a laundry list of reasons why Crawford decided to take it to the street?
He dissed that man's wife though. That's wild.
What year did we stop promoting Just Walk Away? Two-Tone. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? That's a boxing show, bro. Go find a fucking, hood show somewhere to talk about hood shit and hood beefs, bro. That's not what we trying to do.
You must not heard, man. Gangsters don't die. They just get chubby and move to wherever
Miami.
Jerry's from.
Yeah, Colombia, I guess. This dude, bro, like, Hank Lundy, look. So he ended in, he called his wife whatever. What did Hank Lundy do? The same thing. Hank Lundy got the fight.
You may feel like it's
Hank
your
Lundy
time.
got the fight. So again, you don't have to promote violence outside the ring. Hank Lundy did not get beat up on outside the ring. Jose Benavidez disrespected Crawford. He did not get beat up on outside the ring. Like, cut the shit, Jerry. You were fucking desperate.
So you saying Crawford picking and choosing?
I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious. I'm not saying that he can't have a personal reason. Like, who am I to say something Tio said didn't personally bother him, but we don't have to promote beating up Tio outside the ring. And then when you get called on it and the community is making you ashamed of it because you're 61 years old asking for fist fights in the street, you want to call back in to say, well, he said that his wife was fat, and he said, and his dad grabbed him up. His dad grabbed him up. You got to know who you grabbing. Like, shut your 61-year-old ass up. Go teach your grandchildren that. Iron Mike, what up?
Yo, y'all dudes is mad funny.
Iron Mike, you still out here grabbing people up and fighting too, like Jerry?
I think you must be in a bad service area, player. James.
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Yup.
Yo, man. Yo, Jerry wild as hell, man. So he rather him get it back in blood on the block than actually for the world to see, just like Teofimo said, and just possibly show out an upset. There was callers that actually called in today and said fighters that actually give Bud problems are fighters with quick hands and quick feet. Sound like the total depiction of Teofimo Lopez, Shout out for Majumov actually giving us the example of a good game plan to use on the great Bud Crawford. But since, Bud's so great, he can do whatever he wants in sport. He's such a big draw, like the great clips of the world would say. He's too big for a Teofimo Lopez fight, where like you already proven with Teal's accolades, he's the biggest name on his resume. Like a watered down Amir Khan or even the Kell Brook when he caught him, Teal's resume, Teal Fimo surpasses them. And Earl, like, shit, Earl really doesn't have a big resume. I think, what Earl's best performance in boxing probably was what, the Campos fight? When he got the first round knockdown in Dallas in the Cowboy Stadium. Then after that, it was just tough fights for Earl for the most part and then Danny Garcia. But that's neither here nor there. Teofimo is probably the best name for him and probably the fighter that Bud needs to fight. But, they scared for that dangerous test because they're going to say, oh, he's 37. He don't need to be going backwards or whatever. Or Teal should fight a 147 pounder like Brian Norman or Mario Barrios or whatnot. Where I say Brian Norman's not scared to fight him, but Barrios, if Barrios is fighting like the likes of Abel Ramos, they were never going to get a fight with Teofimo. Stanionis, nobody knows what the hell he got going on, so that fight wasn't going to be available either. So with that being said, I like what Teal's doing. He's shooting for the moon. He's shooting for the moon, and I don't think he's going to miss if he get his paws on Crawford. I think he might actually get Crawford out of there. It might be an upset. But yo, what's up with y'all, man? How y'all dealing? How y'all taking this shit though? Also, what do you think of the bars that what do you think of the bars that Edgar dropped, man? Because you saw Devin drop some bars in the car that I put in the chat the other week. Now you see Edgar dropping bars. Just saying,
Yo,
man.
JB, I don't
Stop.
listen to boxer bars unless it's boxing bars. That's number one. None of these dudes ain't really spitting like that. Although Ben Whitaker is alright. He's more like an A Boogie with the hoodie type cat. But let me address something because maybe Terence Crawford could show Canelo how it's done in a sense and say, hey, you know what? When a guy calls me out and people think it's ridiculous, I shouldn't fight him. He's too many. I'm all about giving people opportunities. So I'm going to give Tio his opportunity, right? Tio is a two-time lineal undisputed. Shout out to David Maldonado and Punch Drunk. They love that narrative. But also a credible opponent with the fast hands and the fast feet. Is this a play by Tio? Because we heard some rumors from Fight Hype. Tio's trying to finagle his way over to Matchroom. You said shooting for the stars. Is this just a mea culpa? He trying to jump ship?
Yeah, man. I heard it's gonna be very hard to jump ship. You know, they got those contracts, bro. And even someone like Samson that people like to take shots at, right? Like H-Towns, Baby Jokers, they say he's not a real promoter. Well, he knows enough or knows the right people. I'm pretty sure he's on camera telling me Leon Margolis is his attorney and the attorney of many other boxing promoters within the game. I say all that to say this. His contract with David Benavidez was iron tight. It was just airtight. David tried to go with his father to Top Rank. Top Rank thought there was a loophole and they were going to sign him. And that contract obviously was airtight. And David is right where he is with Samson comfortably. And Top Rank had to work something out with Samson. So, yeah, man, I say all that to say this. I highly doubt Teal's going anywhere. You know, those contracts are real, man. They real.
How they gonna ruin Tio Cambosis too, man?
I don't know about ruin it.
Yeah, unless Cambosis gonna go to Top Rank. That's the play. That's what Tio needs to do. Avenge.
How much Cambosis cash app you, Tone? Because that's crazy. What are you talking about, bro? but okay, so the contracts are ironclad. Okay, I get that part. Does Turkey's involvement, like, I don't want to use this, you know, a false comparison, but like sometimes in the music industry, if they need to move you over, it's like, yo, buy this dude's contract out. He ain't nothing but a write-off to me. So you either buy this dude, Tone, know what I'm talking about? You buy this dude's contract, and then I get something on the back end, you know, a little points or something, and then I'll let you have them. Is that something that could be worked out if we have Turkey kind of setting the table for Crawford's side of a potential bout with Tio, or is that still not really negotiable? Maybe not.
I'm sorry. You know, I was texting here. Is what fight negotiable? I mean,
I'm saying if Turkey somehow comes to the table, I don't want to say on behalf of Crawford, but on behalf of the fight, and he sits down with Top Rank and says, okay, listen, I know you guys got him, you know, $2 million or 3 fights left on your deal. How about I, you know, lighten that up off you, give him to me for $1.5 million, and we'll give you the rights.
They could buy him out. They could buy him out his contract like Andy did. Andy bought himself out his contract with Top Rank by borrowing the money from Al. Look, I mean, we put a lot of pressure on Al-Ashik. Like, all our hopes and dreams is like with him. Like, oh, hopefully Al-Ashik will buy him out. Hopefully Al-Ashik will make this fight. Hopefully Al-Ashik will pay this $200 million. I don't know, man, because he's doing shit that I don't care about. Like, look, I ain't even talk about the AJ card. I plan to tomorrow morning, Thursday, but there was no rush. There was no rush. They're not giving us what we want. You know, it's like boxing has become more fun to talk about the fights that we want rather than the fights that we're getting.
Well, how about not to make Al-Ashik a hero, but just to say, like, yo, if you stand in like, look, you can't be standing around a dice game and you ain't doing nothing. They're gonna throw you up out of there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if he's around the proverbial dice game, especially around Terence Crawford, I'm just thinking maybe if he sees viability in the fight, or Terence wants to fight that bad, he throw him an elbow like, yo, Give me some money till I get back to the car. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get this guy and you know, and the situation kind of changes. I mean, it's all hypothetical, but I'm just thinking sometimes with the nature of what fighters do to market themselves, because what do we have at Top Rank for Tio? That's why I'm even talking about this, because what do we have? What do they have at him? If he turned down Brian Norman, which was an intriguing fight, what's left for him over there?
Nothing this year, man. I was told nothing this year. He won't be back till next year with Top Rank, and you know, hopefully they can revisit that Brian Norman fight.
That's not good.
Nah.
Did you see Richards and Hitchens calling out Tio?
I sure did.
I mean, maybe he's setting up the groundwork for that alleged move that Fight Hype is reporting. But that can't happen now, you know, unless they're going to do business with across the street. But DC3.
Yo, what's the deal?
What up?
DC3, what up?
What's the deal, boss man? Tom still up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, wow, what's up with the Tio? Hey, man, didn't he fight Comey? Huh?
Yeah. Tio fought Comey.
All right. Yeah, Nakatani.
Yeah.
Lomachenko pound for pound #1, 2-time lineal champion.
Yeah.
Sandor Morton.
Yeah.
After beat Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Taylor. So why we throwing dirt on the man name like he just some jag, like he a jag, like he just another guy or something? Like we got to stop that, man. Like we have to stop. You know, shout out to Tio for actually, you know, he really, yeah. It's kind of funny how Shakur decided to jump up in that 35 missing to Tio decided to go to 40, but you know, in the words of Toledo Trees, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? I see what Shakur did. He don't really call Tio name. He stay away from Tio because he know that smoke. And I got a question for you fellas, man. Like, that Barrios, that Tank fight, y'all don't think he beat Shakur?
Well, Barrios beat Shakur? Man.
Yeah, like, y'all don't think he beat Shakur? That Barrios Tank fight? Y'all think Shakur can handle all that?
Ooh.
At 140?
Oh no, man.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, bro.
That's a tough ass fight for him, man.
That's a lot of hype. That's a lot of hype, so we got to see that one play out.
We haven't seen Shakur, like, in the real fight. Like, you know, like, okay, we got this guy in the chat, this clown, Pristine Sports. He championed Shakur for fighting a flat-footed Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? And a 40-year-old hearing. But, you know, outside of them two guys, like, his campaign at 35 been the Yoshinos of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I want to. Yeah. His campaign at 35 and Two-Tone, it's been a little musty, Two-Tone. You know what I'm saying? His campaign at the Joe Cardenas of the world. You know, this guy, I want him to start calling in, you know, man. And Joe Pilot, I'm gonna say this for the rest of the year. McCumbee stops Belanga. I'm out.
Salute McCumbee, man.
Pristine Sports, $2. So how you call Tank the biggest without unifying? That's a different conversation. When we talking about Tank, we talking about popularity.
Cash cow.
Twigs, $5. According to Nest Logic, Jermell is Canelo's #1 win on the resume because Jermell was undisputed, not GGG, who would have broken Jermell's face. Yeah.
Feel like it's your time.
Yeah, that's how it go. Jermell's the undisputed champion, not GGG. I mean, I don't know how y'all assess it. That's how I would assess it. You know, what's the biggest win? The undisputed champ. I don't know. I guess I'm wrong in that one. I mean, you made a face. How do you
be the undisputed champ?
I mean, he undisputed and Triple G didn't. I don't know. Y'all call in, I guess, and tell me, how do y'all rank it?
No, I mean, if you was basketball sense, you would say, yo, Steph Curry beat this MVP this season. He beat an all-time great team. Yeah, they're going to go down The accolades. You can go down your accolades for your Hall of Fame.
Rich Porter, $2. Bud hasn't earned that like Canelo. Earned what exactly? Cliff, counter. Jerry Soriano, $2. I'm 54, Ness. Ready to scrap over a phone call, though. Who? I never said I want to fight you. That's you. I'm 54, Ness. Ready to scrap over a phone call, though. Again. Tech Mobile, $2. You said you would crash out about yours. Keep that same energy. I'm not a fighter, nor am I a multimillionaire, nor am I a role model. If you're trying to throw that, if you're trying to throw me on Crawford's level, let's just remember all that. My buddy isn't Warren Buffett. I wasn't just hanging with Rihanna. You understand? Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all terrible. Mo, $5. Teal Duck Norman. Now, Canelo voice. Payday. He won payday. Besides Crawford, got to stay available if he wants the Canelo fight. Hashtag keep that same energy. Jerry Soriano. I'm 54, and I got a bald head. Leonard Rodriguez, $2. Tio wants it in blood. Bud needs to oblige that man. Nah, Tio wants it in the ring. Leonard H-Town, $2 more. At self. Hell no. But you can turn that fade down. Oh, he said you can't turn that fade down. So I don't know what you're talking about. Walk away. Matt Bet, $105. Daily Dose of Tanquil. Canelo needs to fight Benavides. Bud needs to fight Jermell. Tank beats everybody. All right. We got Iron Mike. Iron Mike.
Remember when Mike had Iron Mike Promotions?
Yep. Bo Rogers. Oh,
yep.
Oh, we hear you. We hear
Yo,
you.
yo.
We hear you. We hear you.
Yo, you guys are some funny dudes, man.
Hold on,
Why?
what do you mean? What do you mean I'm funny? You mean I amuse you? What do you mean I'm so funny? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, why is Tio trying to go after Crawford if he's tied down to Top Rank? Doesn't Crawford has issues with Top Rank?
Nah, man.
Nah, didn't Crawford have that whole litigation with Top Rank?
I'll be right back. Holy shit, I said counter for Cliff and I didn't go to him and he's cursing me out. Give me 1 second, brother. My bad, Cliff. It's that short-term smoky memory. And you was talking shit.
What up, Cliff?
Cliff. Look, he can't even connect, bro.
He probably got a call.
Cliff. All right, just finish up, Mike. This guy's not connecting.
Nah, just in terms of Tio trying to get that Crawford fight. I mean, not quite sure if Crawford's willing to go back to Top Rank for a one-fight deal, so I'm not quite sure if that even makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, you don't got to go back there. I mean, there's been rumors, or rather reports, that Alex Sheik wants Tio. It could be anywhere. You know, all these guys are playing fair. Remember, Alex Sheik signed the Riyadh season sponsorship with Top Rank, and with Matchroom, and with Frankie.
weren't there rumors that Tio turned down a fight with Haney?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Who was reporting that?
I think I saw it on Fight Hype.
Wow,
probably
really?
a couple days ago. Yeah, I try to find the link, but regardless of that, I mean, if I was Bud, I would just tell him to go fight Boots, and then he'll give him the fight. But no, I think you're right.
Should Canelo tell Bud to go fight Boots, and then he'll give him the fight, or should Crawford listen to Canelo, who's already told him go fight Tio?
Listen, let me just finish what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Hey,
You ain't like that double standard you said, huh?
I think Bud should tell Tio to go fight Boots, and then he'll give him the fight. But I think you're right. I think there is double standards. I think a lot of people are picking and choosing. I don't think Bud is in the right and not wanting to give him the fight, but then he's trying to do the same shit. So I mean, it is what it is. Whatever the numbers make sense. I think someone just needs to fight Ryan Garcia if they really want the bag. That's my call.
Ryan is suspended. He got to get back in action, clean his act up.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Cliff.
Yo, Dan, you started my belt right away.
I started it before you jumped on, trying to get you off as quick as possible.
I wanted to. Yeah, I know you is. That's why I wanted to ask you a question. Like,
I ain't answering no question to you.
Man, yo, fuck you. All right, so let me just talk to the people and don't interrupt. Yo, listen, this nigga Tio fights. I really want to ask. I mean something, but I can't ask him because Ness acting funny with the time and he fucking. Oh no, fuck it. Listen, Loma. He's fucking old when Tio beat him.
What?
After Tio beat him.
Cut the shit.
Shut up and let me fucking talk.
That's not fair.
I paid my counter. Damn. Listen, Loma almost lost to Jermaine. He lost to Devin. Tank hunting him fucking down. Nigga, he ain't fight the best Loma. Josh Taylor beat a washed up. Division.
Yo, Cliff.
Let me talk.
But Cliff, friends pick each other up. I'm picking you up, bro. Tio was the first one to beat him. How you gonna say he fought a washed up version?
Because we seen what happened after. So let me cook.
You not cooking. You got a crock pot. It is electrical. Get out of here. You can't cook.
All right, well, let me make my ramen. Can I make my ramen?
Yep.
All right. Then he beat a washed-up Josh Taylor who took up a weak division. And what happened to Josh after? He's getting niggas at the end of their run. And he lost to Cambosis, right?
Hey, yo, who's on the end of their run?
Let me fucking cook.
Who's on the end of their run right now? Crawford's on the end of his run. All the pieces lining up, Cliff.
All right, back to it. And he lost to bitch-ass Cambosis. He beaten washed-up champions, decorated, and he lost to Cambosis. Now, Crawford's like, yo, you want to fuck up my payday? Because you want to jump on Canelo's dick?
He said F up.
Let me cook.
F up? That's scared energy. How could you F it up if he can't beat him? How you going to F it up? That's nervous energy right there.
Ness got 3 hours to talk, and he got 3 hours to tell y'all his opinion, but a nigga can't pay for 3 minutes over here.
Bruh, have you not been checking the time? You already been on for longer than 3 minutes. I'm enjoying this.
Let me cook. All right. So let me wrap it up. Let me stir the noodles before I add the hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker like, yo, I'm going to ruin your fight with Canelo because I'm Canelo's flunky, and I'm going to ruin your big payday because I want to take it away and fight you myself. Nigga, fight my little mans. Fight Shakur. You can't beat my little mans. You lost to Jermaine Taylor. You fucking put us to sleep with the last dude. You fucking lost to Sandor. You're not on my level. You got a L. You don't have a O. You lost to Cambosis. What the fuck is you doing fucking up my Canelo fight, trying to interrupt it and jumping on his nuts? I'll slap the shit out of you in person. Fall the fuck back, little nigga. If you really about that shit, beat my little nigga. Maybe I'll think about you. You was a nobody. You're not better. You're not the best in your division. You're not even, nigga from 35 could come take your spot. And 40 was weak. You beat Josh Taylor, but everybody from 35 came to 40, and now 35 is now 40 is the new 35. Get the fuck out of here, weak ass nigga. And Sandy Ryan, Michaela Mayer, unbiased.
You may feel like it's your time.
I got Ryan.
Unbiased?
Unbiased.
All right.
legitimately, Mayer's coming up 2 divisions. I know she's tough and all, but she's legitimately coming up 2 divisions. Ryan could legitimately be at 154. She's making 157. She's more polished than she was. She don't really switch like she used to with the whole southpaw conventional. I think she might be split decision, but Ryan does take it.
Did Maldonado send the clips?
Yeah, he's your Twitter and your DM.
Play this on your live. Yeah, did you give me the timestamp, champ? This looked like the whole video. Oh.
You know, he told him some shit like that. So Crawford comes to me first and grabs my arm. And he says, "You're never gonna be ever like he's talking in my ear. He's saying, "You're never gonna touch me again. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you." So I'm pull my fuck off him and I say, "Slap me now, bitch. You bitch, slap me now. Let's do it now." And that's when my son went crazy. And my son just like I was grabbing him. I was like, "No, papi, no. Let's do this in the."
Yo, you heard him. No, papi, no. Let's do this in the ring. We don't need that. And
but Jerry went outside the ring.
Exactly. At least he's trying to. He wants good for his son, and that's why I said go tell your grandkids to do that shit. Don't come on a Boxing Voice telling Crawford to do that shit. Let's see you tell one of your loved ones to go do that shit so you could go bail them out. Dom, what up?
Ness, Two-Tone, what up?
What up?
What's good, Dom?
So, first and foremost, I think T.O., he's a good fighter. I got nothing against him. But I have to call in and speak my mind about how you're ranking Teofimo Lopez above Errol the Big Fish Spence. I have no clue how Teofimo Lopez would be the best win on Terence Crawford's resume. That makes zero sense to me. I don't care who carries the lineal title.
Did you hear my arguments or no?
Yeah, you mentioned the lineal titles, and that was pretty much it.
No. They both were unified by 3 belts, but Tio beat the man in the division, right?
And how long was T.O. unified for?
To get the.
How long was T.O. unified for?
I mean, for that one fight, he lost to Cambosos.
Yeah, he lost his next fight, and let me tell you this, Ness. T.O.'s loss to Cambosos is way worse than Errol's loss to Terence Crawford. 2 nemesis is fighting each other compared to one guy's first defense of his unified belts, and he loses them, and he has all the excuses afterwards. That is one of the most embarrassing losses I've seen.
Dom, those excuses prove to be true because then he moves up in weight, and as a underdog, you guys want to diminish the Josh Taylor win, but as a underdog, he defeated the next champion at the division above, who also happened to be lineal champ.
Well, doing all of that doesn't validate having air in your lungs, because that doesn't just disappear in your next fight.
Well, the performance was night and day, though. The performance was night and day. So if you choose to diminish his excuse, that's okay.
You genuinely believe he had air in his lungs?
I'm not saying I believe it. I'm saying that he obviously had a different performance. But my question to you is, how can you say as a hardcore that he is not the bigger win when he is the one that fought a first ballot Hall of Famer and not Earl? He is the one that is a 2-division champ and not Earl. He is the one that actually fought and beat the man in his division and not Earl. So you don't have any argument.
What are we talking about, bro? Terence Crawford is a first ballot before any name on.
But I'm not arguing about. I'm not arguing about. Don't change the argument. We ain't say Crawford.
That's what I came to call about. T.O. is not anywhere near Errol's level when it comes to that win that Bud gets. And let me tell you this: if T.O. were to get that fight, his resume leading up to this Bud fight would be night and day compared to Spence's lead up. It's not even close.
These
It's
dudes
not
don't
even
want to
close.
deal with logic. And honestly, I never pegged you for one of those guys. But for you to sit here and actually not deal with logic is insane to me.
You are using your logic. You're not
No.
responding
That
to
is
anything I'm telling
boxing.
you.
That is boxing logic.
You may feel
One
like it's your
man
time,
is a 2-division champ. The
but it's
other
not your
is
time.
not. One man beat the man in
And we
his
all
division.
watch these guys fight, and we know
I
who's
gotta
better
go,
and who
Dom. I
performed
gotta
better.
go. I
We
gotta
all
go.
know, Ness.
I gotta go. Yeah, we all know who beat a Hall of Famer. You trying to diminish that. We all know who beat a first ballot Hall of Famer. But then he was quick to misunderstand me and say, Crawford's the first ballot Hall of Famer, and he will be a first Hall of Famer on T.O.'s record. So it matters when we talking Crawford. It don't matter when we talking T.O. Why are you guys so hypocritical? It's insane. You never hear me talking for T.O. I'm just telling the truth. He got a better resume than Earl. Earl's first world title was off a dude that got his face broken by Triple G, moved up 2 divisions, and came back down without a tune-up in between and 3 extensions on his IBF. T.O.'s first world title was a defending fucking puncher in Comey that he flattened with 1 fucking punch. Man, you guys are so full of shit, Dom. That is so sad. I had you so, you've dropped. Like, you guys just disrespect because it's your favorite fighter. So now it's your turn to be the whack fan.
Yo, but I think people sometimes give T.O. a bad rap because they don't like personal things that he said in the past.
I wouldn't give 2 flying fucks. This ain't a political show. We talking accolades, man.
In the ring.
Man, these dudes are terrible, bro. So Earl the Big Fish. Man, that stands for fucking popularity. That stands for tickets and pay-per-view sold. Big Fish my ass. Where the big wins? When
you break down that resume,
the fuck
T.O.
is we
gonna be up
talking
there
about, man?
shining.
That's a goddamn shame, Dom. You should be ashamed of yourself. Tyron, what up? But then they want to say, oh, Canelo need to fight Bud because that'll be the biggest win on his resume.
Yo, what's good, Ness? What's good, Two-Tone? I mean, what's going on, man? You schooling them. Shouts out to TV. Hope everyone blessed tuning in. Yeah, Ness, just piggybacking off the things you've been saying, man. My thing is, how many times did the T.O. and Kambosos fight got rescheduled? If I'm not mistaken, didn't it get rescheduled like 2 or 3 times? Wasn't the fight supposed to be on the Triller, and then it got moved to the Dome? And it was
100% correct. Because we had we had the justice for Kambosos going on back then. You are 100% correct, bro.
Yeah, because I remember it was something going on, and turned out he had a medical injury going into the fight. But the thing is, he got knocked down, but then he get back up and knock down Kambosos, and then he give us a fight of the year. What's going on, I mean?
Yo, dude.
You know what I'm saying? And you can go back and watch that fight and be in awe. See, I'm a fan of the sport. And that was a fight of 2 gladiators literally going at it in a bloodbath. Kambosos didn't come out that fight clean. He came out wounded. It was 2 warriors in a great fight. And again, and one thing, Ness, you can argue that Errol Spence is one-dimensional. You can argue he's one-dimensional. But piggybacking off earlier what Cliff was saying, I feel like right now we in a post-Floyd era where it's about financial, right? We focusing on sales, who's the bigger draw, who bring in more, and that. Look what happened with Norman and Boots. We in these fighters' pockets more than them, literally. We need to worry about the sport, and not about who the bigger draw and who deserves the fight based off sales. T.O. is easily the biggest name on Bud's resume. T.O. beat Loma when Loma was number 1 pound for pound. Who did Bud beat number 1 pound for pound? Who did Earl Spence beat that was number 1 pound for pound? So, he to me would definitely be the biggest on his resume. And my thing is, Bud was willing to fight.
Even Josh Teller was on the pound for pound list after he undisputed.
Exactly. And Tio is the king of the new school. You know what I'm saying? He did it first. You know what I mean? He went through the gauntlet. He did it first. You know, you look at Senior and Tio, even in the interviews, man, back then before he fought Loma, how they was calling Loma out, how they wanted to fight. Like, Tio is really like that. He got that dog in him. You know what I mean? It looks like him and Canelo teaming up, which makes it better. He's going to learn from Canelo and Eddie, and it makes it even more spicier. Like, I heard a caller was saying, saying that Bud Tio, get through my young killer, well, Shakur. Well, Canelo can say, hey, get through my young killer, Tio. You know what I mean? So it can go both ways, and that fight can build. I've been calling for this fight. And again, Tio always performs best when the odds is against him. History shows that. You cannot deny that. The two biggest fights in his career, he done that against two lineal champions. Errol Spence hasn't been two lineal champions, and I'm gonna send you Cash App too, Ness, Counterpunch too. But I want to see how how Bud handled Gordo. You know what I mean? When Tio beat Gordo, he's young, fresh, explosive, quick. He got good IQ, athletic, and he can prove that he can move up weight class and be the man. Again, two-time lineal. And Bud was willing to fight Tank. If he was willing to fight Tank and have, if Tank was willing to move up, and y'all was gonna push for that fight, and Tank haven't done what Tio has done, why can't Tio fight Bud? What's the problem? The question is Bud scared because you were saying you was willing to fight Tank if he move up, but not Tio, who's a two-time lineal, who done more than Tank, but y'all want to put up Tank because he has knockouts and he's the money man, but you're not really looking like what you were saying, Ness, as the biggest name. Tio is the biggest name. He fought the guys. Earl Spence hasn't done that. Hopefully we'll get a fight like this, because my question is, Ness, Two-Tone, y'all, if Bud don't fight Canelo, who do he fight? Where do we go?
If Bud don't fight Canelo, he's him and his fan base saying nobody. It's just him or nothing.
Like my thing is, outside of Earl Spence, like is Crawford? Are we talking about Crawford going up to fighting Canelo? Or are we talking about Crawford is above all these fighters now?
I mean, again, his fan base feels like he's two-time undisputed. He'll be the biggest name on Canelo's resume, so he gets a pass to jump the line.
Because like you were saying earlier, and that's like the thing is, let's not mistaken. Earl Spence went through a lot. That car accident, Regna, hard fights. Like he been through a lot, so it ain't like.
And that's what
Terence
people
Crawford
do.
fought.
Every time they bring up Earl, they bring up that stuff. That's why I said the Tio would be a more clean win where people can't say nothing about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, if people try to deny, I mean, let's be real, man. Like, let's be real. He should never even walk or even fought after that. Let's be real. That was horrific, man. And all the stuff that he been through. This wasn't the Earl Spence and Crawford 5 years ago when they was sizing each other up, saying, "Man, I'll knock you out right now." Like, it wasn't that. So it's definitely still questions. And like we saw when he went up to 154, like he wasn't like that. He didn't stop the guy. So I mean, I feel like he just want that Canelo fight, and that's it. I feel like he don't want to get up for no fighter, but I feel like Tio will make him get up. I feel like that would be a great fight. Tio will be in his face. Tio will be talking crap, and he has dog in him. And I feel like Tio can give Bud problems. You know what I mean? But that's my call, champ. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna send you the counterpunch.
You the man. Dom, counter.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
What up, Ness? First of all, I wouldn't mind watching Tio get beat up by Crawford. I think it's actually a good fight. We know Tio will, try his best and put on the show. He loves to fight to his competition. But Errol fought champion after champion. This narrative that he was spoiled goods coming into the fight. What is that? And then what is Tio? Because again, after he took that loss and he had air in his lungs, he hasn't looked the same. He had one good performance against Josh Taylor, and other than that, it's been mediocre performances. Let's be honest. We have a bar higher than what he's been doing in the ring. So look, maybe Tio is spoiled goods. Maybe every guy that Bud will fight just wasn't good enough. After we beat him, and Tio has litigation currently with Top Rank. He just called out Tank Davis. So he's looking more like a guy on the side of the road with his thumb out. I don't think it's very genuine, these call outs that you call them. I just think we should focus what Crawford is telling everybody that he wants. He wants Canelo. Then people equate it to Tio calling him out. Well, what does Tio have to offer? Canelo wants to get paid. He has Turkey behind him. That fight could get made. When you look at it on the other end, Crawford wants to get paid. Is Tio going to bring him a payday? He's in litigation with Top Rank. Crawford already sued Top Rank. How is that fight even going to happen? We're sitting here talking out our asses about a fight that will never happen. I like what all these other people
Crawford
are saying.
deals with
Tio
Turkey
should handle
Al-Sheikh,
his
my
terms.
brother. Crawford deals with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Riyadh season signed the sponsorship with Matchroom, Frank Warren, and Top Rank. Stop acting like Top Rank
And
doesn't.
who's in litigation?
Stop acting
with
like
Top
Top
Rank?
Rank doesn't lease their fighters out to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Bro, if you scared, you scared, man. You gonna come on and say you want the fight, but then try to make up fake reasons why it can't happen. Like, you're moving weird. You're moving weird, man.
If Tio decides that he doesn't want to sue Top Rank. How could he proceed with the fight with his organization?
Bro,
and he's
a
suing
video got leaked where he says he's in litigation, and here
Got
you
leaked.
are now. It's leaked, right? Or he says something in an
Released?
interview, whatever, released. The
He
point
said it
is,
to the world just like he said he wants to fight Crawford. I mean, we taking one thing he says and don't acknowledge another. I mean, Tio, he says a lot of things, and then when he gets in the ring,
You may feel like it's your
he's
time,
subpar.
man, you
That's
sound
it.
like Canelo fans telling Crawford to do something before getting the Canelo fight, man. Gotta go.
Peace, Nick.
I just want you to know that how you treat people is what you receive. So you want this Canelo fight for Crawford, but you hating on Tio. Yo, God is just amazing the way he sets up scenarios to prove people's hypocrisy. It's crazy. H-Town, what's up?
What up, Ness? Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hey, stop, baby. Hypocrisy should be the name of the chat because that's what goes on in this chat every day. Hypocrisy. Hey, like I said, man, if Bud could get Canelo, Tio could get Bud. Hey, you know what I'm saying, man? Sacrifice them all. I'm a Bud fan, and these Bud fans are making me feel like, hey, hey, man, y'all need to shut the hell up. Y'all guys are some idiots. This guy really got out here and said that beating lineal champs don't mean nothing. Bro, if you're a boxing fan, being the lineal champ should be the most important thing to you because that's heritage, that's history. That means you beat the man that beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. Not some made up belt they just made up yesterday and be like, okay, you're a champion now. No, this guy really beat a champion, a guy that earned the belt from somebody. Y'all guys are crazy, man. Like, y'all try to diminish Teal because y'all don't like him or y'all don't like that his father uses the N word or whatever damn stupid reason you got. We're talking about real boxing here and accolades and what's important and seeing real fights, man. Leave your emotions about, some political situation or other kind of situation. Just leave it there, man. These guys are warriors. And after Bud got in his face and Teal slapped his hand away, I can't believe Bud don't want to fight this guy. Like it'll be a good fight. Teal's accomplished. You could say he earned it. He's beat 2 lineal champs in a row. Buzz the next lineal champ up, in one weight class above him at 147. Even though Teal said he'll go all the way to 154, that's some balls, man. That kid's got some balls all the way to 154 to fight Bud. Do I got Teal beating Bud? No, I don't. But hey, let that man get his ass whooped. That's what he wants. Well, why don't y'all want to see Bud shine on a 2-time lineal champion? Or we can even say he was undisputed, even though some people don't want to acknowledge it, but some of the boxing world does acknowledge it. So he's a 2-time lineal champion and a so-called undisputed to some boxing fans and some boxing creators and some boxing historians. If that's not good on Bud's resume, I don't know what is, man. Y'all guys are crazy, man. Canelo clearly has said he wants Bivol next. That's what he's shooting for, Bivol. Now, maybe he'll go with Benavidez. Who knows? We don't really know. But all things are pointing to Bivol. So I don't know, man. Let Bud get Tio, man. I mean, why don't y'all want to see it? Y'all scared? Y'all scared, man? Come on, man. Y'all need to toughen up,
You
man.
may
Stop
feel
being
like
weak.
it's
Come
your
on,
time,
Ness.
but it's not your time.
Yeah, man. If Bud can run up there and try to fight Canelo, Tio can run up there. I mean, Tio can run up there trying to fight Bud, man.
I got Ike 5-pounder. Cliff was like what? Cliff was like conceded every time. Ness tried to intercept. Slow it down. I just dissed you.
Oh, battle rap
Battle rap
bars. Oh,
reference.
Oh,
man.
that went over my head. Who that?
I don't know.
Conceited.
That's
Oh,
A
conceited.
battle rapper. He was he was back in that what's the cat name? Hollow the Dawn and
Yeah, Hollow the Dawn.
in that era. Calico.
Mm.
Yo, let me say this for the record, Ness. I gotta give you some kudos, man.
What?
There is a time I will listen to Eminem. Have y'all heard that Eminem and LL track?
Oh, the new one that LL dropped?
Brother.
But ain't there somebody else other than Eminem? Don't he got a girl on it too?
I can't recall, man, but I couldn't get past them two cats verse, man. Like, I think it's on LL's album, but just suffice to say, I don't listen to Eminem, man. Yeah, man. I was listening to shit kind of hard, B. I was listening to Eminem and LL, man. Real.
Nah, he's good for a feature, man. I mean, you seen what he did on Renegade. He's good for a feature. It's just hard to listen to a whole Eminem album. I haven't listened to a whole Eminem album since like Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers. That's like the first two albums. After that, I just couldn't do it. And I was young when I was listening to Slim. I was probably 17, going down the shore to Wildwood, to shit. Daquan, what up?
Play that. Get your hand on my.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
I can't listen to Eminem, especially in 2024.
Yeah, it's tough. Daquan.
Or LL.
Nah, but wait a minute. What kind of music podcaster are you? So you ain't even listen to LL shit to review it?
Hell, in 2024.
I mean, Champ, let me give you an idea. As the way you're controversial in boxing, why wouldn't you listen to him and be like, man, LL need to sit his old ass. If you can't vibe with him, be like, man, sit your old ass down. Your era been like, you got to do the same thing you would do in boxing on a Hatred podcast. But how did you not review LL? That's wild, bro.
Is he Floyding? No, he's not. He can still hang with the young boy. He's not Floyding.
Yo, I guess we too old. I mean, he looking at us like, y'all wild is bigging up LL right now. And it's because we know L. It's like, yo, I know L. Like, I swear to God, he was on the radio. I was doing my walk, and Charlie May had him on promoting that album.
The last hot LL joint, what's that one joint where he hanging out the convertible in the video with the flowers? Love You Better. That's the last LL joint I'm rocking. That Love You Better.
Tone was getting it back there.
Yeah, that was my joint. That was my joint.
Man, that's crazy. You ain't even want to give LL a shot, bro. That's wild.
I know that is bad for hip hop. We the only, that's bad for hip hop. I should listen to it, yeah.
I mean, I just thought automatically on some review shit for the show, for your show.
I know, but my audience ain't jacking no LL.
Yo, you got to branch out. Your LL review could go viral. Shorts exist now.
That's crazy though, Two-Tone, because you and LL the same age. Hey, but look, man, Ness, I'm with you on this shit, man. T.O. would be Bud's best name on his resume, based off of purely accolades. I mean, people tend to forget. They keep bringing up the Cam loss. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, for anybody who actually even pays attention to any of this shit, the fight was already like delayed twice, canceled. They went over to a different network.
went over to another network. This shit had all kinds of fucking bullshit going on. So the fight had to happen. You get what I'm saying? And at that moment, people tend to forget. Look, this is an exact quote, and they actually had the doctor's report and all that shit. They said he could have died for sure. Dr. Linda Dahl, an otologist, I don't even know how the fuck to say that, with surgical privileges at 3 Manhattan hospitals, told ESPN how he breathed. I can't even explain to you. It's like somebody tied a 300-pound set of weights around his chest, like his neck and chest were in a vice. That's how he fought. He's lucky he's not dead, said Dr. Peterson Castaño, executive director of the New York Head and Neck Institute, told ESPN. I mean, really lucky. See, but look, this is how T.O. still got in the ring and try to get the shit done and still was able to fucking drop Kambosos, right? He got dropped himself. He was able to go 12 rounds and he made it out that shit. What happened after Cam won those belts? He lost every single fight afterwards. You get what I'm saying? So for people to act like, oh well, you know, Cam's just better than T.O. So how you gonna brag about T.O. and his abilities? Tell me why Cam has lost every single fight afterwards. And yeah, he didn't lose to what's his name? It's slipping my mind. The white dude that he got a fucking bad decision against.
Maxie Hughes.
Whatever his name. Yeah, Maxie Hughes. Exactly. Thank you. I mean, yeah, he, you know, everybody knows that fucking he should have lost that shit. That shit was a gift. You get what I'm saying? So after that, Kambosos has had nothing but straight losses and a fucking knockout to an old ass Loma. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, look, man, Tio is that fucking guy. He's been proving this shit. And Bud, you know, before Spence, yeah, I mean, Spence is his best name currently, but Spence is going through a similar situation. He fucking all kinds of medical situations. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. This is crazy. Like the hypocrisy is funny because I see in the chat, you know, the same dudes that this morning were saying that, you know, why can't Canelo go down and fight Bud? Are the same dudes saying that why would Bud fight Tio? He's bigger. He won't get credit. It's craziness. Shout out to you. Shout out to Two Tone. I'll see you 2027. I mean, that's it.
That's funny.
Copy
Salute
cool.
G-Bob, man.
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on?
Copy cool.
Yeah, it's good, man. You talk about LL, bro. LL Cannabis was one of the hardest fucking battle raps ever. How don't you know that, Two Tone?
No, I do know that, but you know Eminem wrote that LL diss. You know that, right?
Oh man.
Ended my man Cannabis' career. I'm still disgusted, man.
Man, 100% of your fans don't even exist. Damn. But anyway, back to boxing. Yeah, man, Teal, I'm with y'all with the whole Teal thing, man. Teal will be the best, you know. And it's funny how people are coming on here and saying that they didn't give any credit to Teal, but you know, the community themselves have discredited that Earl win, right? They're the ones that said that, oh, he wasn't 100%, this, that, and the third. So now that we're saying that Teal could potentially be the best win on Crawford's resume, now y'all want to say, yeah, we can't skip over Earl. The community themselves have said that Earl wasn't his best. Discredit that win. So where are we standing at? You know what I'm saying? We got to make up our mind in that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. So with that being said, Teal will be the better win, and Teal has always been the guy that everybody has ducked. You know, when Teal had all the belts, nobody wanted to fight Teal. You know, once Kambosos beat Teal off of that injury, like not everybody wanted to fight Kambosos. All of a sudden, Devin, all of a sudden, Tank, everybody wanted to fight Kambosos, but nobody wanted to fight Teal, and it's been like that for a long time now. You know, so it's interesting that this fight. I hope this fight does happen because again, I honestly feel like Crawford wins that fight, so I think he should take the fight. But I think that is a fight that should be made, and it shouldn't be discredited in any way, which shape or form. You know, so I hope this fight does come out to to happen, man, and I hope they get it in, man, because that's something that the boxing fans would like, As far as the Canelo shit, I don't know where Canelo goes, man. I'm gonna be real. That the Benavidez almost has to happen. I know he wants Bivol. Um, the boxing fan in me hopes that fucking Charlo gets better. That way he can fight the Charlo just solely on the idea that he has beat up a whole bunch of brothers. So that just plays a big part of it, which is why we even entertained Shane Mosley Jr. once upon a time, because he fought the father, now he can fight the son. It's just straight entertaining for boxing. And he's at the point in his career that he could pick and choose in what he want to do. But that's it, man. Yeah, Teal definitely deserves a fight. Should get the
You
fight.
may feel like
So
it's
let's
your
see what
time,
happens, bro.
but it's not your time.
All right. Excuse me. Let's see. We got Coyote Blanco, $2. Laughing my ass off. That dude cooked meat into beef jerky. What in the hell? Mo Brains, $2. Shout out to CYP Jr. Good call. Chef emoji. Let him.
Oh, they talking about Cliff.
Yeah, let him. And then he got the frying pan cook fire emoji. Years of lurking, $2. To be honest, T.O. Bud didn't defend unified duck boots. Yeah, but I mean, he still did better than T.O., right? T.O. lost, Bud at least just vacated. New York Giants for life, $2. Yo, what's really good, champ? What Earl do to you? Because I'm telling the truth? I'm just saying, who got the Hall of Fame win? Stop me when I lie. I mean, T.O. beat Comey, who's a puncher. Earl beat Brooke, that had his face get broke and moved up 2 divisions. Like, I don't understand why the truth is, like, hurts y'all so much.
That's nasty work. They low-key sleeping on this David homeboy fight. God check. David was in there slipping punches, head moving. Y'all was sleeping. Y'all sleep.
Jerry Soriano, Crawford and Showbiz going at it on Twitter right now.
Damn, I'm blocked.
YouTube content creators out of control for clicks. Keyboard warriors with no respect. Nasty work. Let him cook. Half boxing. New member, hit that bell. Where's the new member? I ain't see it. I ain't get no notification of a new member half boxing. Only one was Thick Vegan Afro. So we did hit the bell. We got he wants me to play this video again. From the 2 minute, what Mark he said, 2 minute and what?
2:37.
He's such a T.O. fan.
I'm saying you got to have a sit down. We are the future of boxing. My son just turned 27. He became 2-time undisputed champion at 25.
Facts.
Crawford did it in what? At 36 or 37?
36. Yeah, 36.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That pussy ass motherfucker. Get all your goons, motherfucker. I'm over here in fucking Queens, motherfucker. Get all your goons to come and kill me. Fucking pussy ass motherfucker.
Oh well, there you go. That'll provoke someone, that type of behavior. But I'm not condoning to really take it to the street. But yes, he has every reason to be provoked. But you still could just walk away, like Crawford did.
Yeah.
Like Crawford did. He walked away.
Let me tell you something, fellas. We're old enough to know you don't never trust a nigga that rub his face like this. He'd have had too much to drink. Everybody rub their face like that before they start talking. Get them the fuck out of here. You don't even have to stand around and continue to listen to the rest of their conversation because it's probably going to be provocational. Do both of y'all a favor and leave that motherfucker where he's standing. But keep your hands in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even worth your time. As soon as the motherfucker rub their face, when he went into the story, the last clip, full of shit, because he's not using any sort of, he's using his opinion, and you're entitled to speak strongly about your son. But you know, again, those are the sorts of things you have to expect when you're at the top. See, Jerry's problem is, I don't know. Jerry, you got to act like you've been at the top before. Don't you know when you at the top, people going to say shit about you? They're going to try to discredit you. They're going to throw dirt on you. Don't you know that? Like, like you got to get used to it. So you can't somebody say something about you. Oh, King Amin isn't the warden of women's boxing. What do you think? I'm going to kick everybody's ass? No, man. You just keep working. So you can't be provoked by every single person. Yes, there are times and lines that cannot be crossed. But within this realm, again, like you use the term content creators. Well, hell, content creators have to make themselves available to scrutiny, and whatever happens, not just in Vegas. So fighters too, you have to have a certain restraint or a certain decorum where you say, yo, am I gonna be flying off the handle at everybody that says something fucking crazy? So I don't know, Jerry. I get it. You know, you got to stand on your manhood, but sometimes the biggest part of being a man is knowing, when to use your discernment.
We got
Crawford. That's where Shakur get that stuff from. He get it from Crawford.
Yo, quick breaking news. Mio Yoshida.
Oh yeah, she signed to fight Metcalf.
Yo, the Peking Duck, and I just released it on my show because my homegrass, that's my people's, man. She hit me up and she was quite livid. She had got the email on August 24th.
No, but they fighting.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
But it was under great duress. Yoshida and DeBella have been sitting on that email since way back, and they tried to pull some nonsense. So I'm glad that Metcalf is getting what she deserves.
They didn't tell me what network is going to be on. Did they tell you?
No, not yet.
You know, Yoshida is trained by my peoples, I think. I think Sosa trains her, right?
Who, Jason Sosa?
No, Arliano Sosa, the trainer of Chris Colbert.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And he was the one that trained Selecki, but I mean, I know Selecki got stopped, so.
Well, Yoshida didn't fare too well the first fight. You know, she's got this bad habit of kind of ducking her head down like she's swimming. So Metcalf is excellent with the jab, and she's got a mean uppercut. So Yoshida's gonna she's a volume puncher in a typical Asian style, zombie style fighting. She's going to be trying to just swim forward. That's what makes Inoue great. But aside from that, Yoshida's going to have a very tough task keeping that IBF strap. She's held it hostage long enough. And it's so strange that the IBF always quick to try to take action.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it.
Ooh, is Crawford saying he got the fight?
Crawford?
Nah, you're not saying he got the fight.
Yeah, he's saying he got the fight. Tone, he's saying he got the fight. He said, how I look like having to prove anything to you, you'll see, weirdo.
Okay.
And that's coming off the back of him saying to Showbiz, telling him, hey, yo, pause, fam. The war room employs me. I don't know what the fuck that means. He said the intimidation approach is laughable. You want the people to demand Crawford versus Canelo and support your vision? Win at 168. And that's when Crawford said, you'll see, weirdo. So you'll see. You ain't going to say you'll see unless you know we going to see. And, Stone Bone did call in here this morning and said something about May. So Canelo and Crawford and May. I don't know. That's a long layoff. You think Canelo stays all the way out till May?
Who, Crawford?
No, Canelo and Crawford. Do they stay out?
Oh, yeah, Canelo used to that. That's what he does.
Nah, he fought in February last year.
February?
Didn't he fight Yeardom in February?
Yeah, though. Oh, that was a couple years back. You on that Hardin. You on that Hardin. Damn.
You ain't lying, yo. You ain't lying. I'm looking at the resume. It's been the last time was November out of sync, but since then, Cinco de Mayo, September, Cinco de Mayo, September, Cinco de Mayo, September. It did change from the 17th to the 30th when he fought Jamel. But yeah, you're right. You're right. He been on his dates. He locked them back down.
Crawford on his once a year stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy, corny. I hate that once a year shit. Damian Clark. Crawford tried to KO Benavidez at the weigh-in. Stop the cat. Yeah, but that's like during the fight, pre-fight build-up. You ain't going to jail for that. You going to jail, you beat Tio up outside, and it ain't no fight. What are you talking about, bruv?
Speaking of which, did you see Erickson Lubin having to avoid that confrontation with the help of David Morrell?
No, what you mean?
Yeah,
I put it in the pre-pro, man.
Whose confrontation? Who he was beefing with?
He said a drunk fan was trying to take a picture with him and kind of like put his arm around him, and he backed the fan up off him, and then the fan starts challenging him like, what's up? Swing at me, swing at me. And if David Morrell didn't come in and intervene and pull him away, he might have made a bad decision, he said. You see what I'm saying, Jerry?
He was on that Jerry Siriano street life.
Nah, Jerry would have decked him out, right? With Sledge and Jack, as Lubin calls him.
Well. We got Hawk in Maryland.
Yo, Nuss.
What up?
What's up, TBB?
What up?
We got what up, King and Tone?
What's happening?
Yeah, ain't too much. So this Crawford and Tio, huh? Man, Tio, for me, Tio has just been declining so bad. I don't really know, but I'll take the fight. Like I said, when I take whatever, them boys want to fight, I'm all for it. But that's like, and just like Terence Crawford wants to get at Canelo, and I heard all the long show earlier. I was on there, but it was so many counter punching going on. I just say, damn. So that was a good show. But as far as Tio, my problem with Tio is, I say do the fight. If Crawford going to do it, and fight him. But I just don't believe Tio. He just seemed like the super duper capper, bro. And when if he gonna do it, I just like a goddamn goldfish going after a great white. So go ahead, go after him, and we'll see. I guess he'll regret it once he catch up with him. But I don't believe Tio going to do the fight. He ain't did nothing like to show to me like to show he gonna go up there and fight Crawford. If they're gonna do it, do it. But don't keep talking and all this arguing and stuff. Do the fight. And Crawford, he wants Canelo. And like I said, as far as my opinion on that fight, Crawford is like that great white going after a killer whale. So he might not be too happy when he catch up with his meal either. So I don't believe Canelo is no easy fight for anybody that bounce and move or anybody that's slick or anybody that does anything. That boy Canelo can fight. And Crawford can too. I just don't, with his small waist, his size, I just don't think he can mess with that power of Canelo, bro. I think he's going to catch up with him and wish he didn't. But if they can get that fight going, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, so if they can do it, yeah. But Tio catching up with Terence, he going to regret it. And Terence catching up with Canelo, he going to regret it. So that's the way I see them fights. And which I was talking about, David Benavidez, And Tank got a card coming up, or they ain't sure about the date yet?
I mean, there's been rumors of a December 14th date for the both of them.
No word on who Tank got fighting?
No word.
Damn. All right. I'd like to know when that's going down. Tank fight, see who he fighting. But yeah, man, I ain't got much on it, man. That's all I got is I just don't believe Tio. But if they're gonna do the fight, I'd love to see it. It's I love to see the fight. And Crawford, yeah, he get that Canelo fight. I don't think he gonna. I don't think it's gonna be it's gonna come out good for him. But anyway, that's my call, fellas. TBV, you number one.
All right, Liz Low.
TBV, what happening, man?
What it do?
Coolin'. King,
What
I
up,
mean,
Brody?
still around? Everything.
Yes, sir.
Hey, shout out to you for that good fella reference earlier. Two-Tone, what you got going, champ?
Chilling, man. Young Wednesday.
Yeah, chilly killy. Hey, look, I want to say shout out to T.O. Senior and the Junior, man. I don't mind him going out there fucking with Bud. That's some of us old school fighters say we like that type of shit, so I ain't got no problem with that. T.O. continue fucking with Bud, make him want to fight you, bruh. Bud, I would like to see the fight, not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I know you trying to get the Canelo, but you ain't got that many fights left, so I would say, again, like I said before, go ahead, do T.O., circle around and get boots, and then ride off in the sunset if Canelo don't want to fuck with you. But I know I can't tell nobody what to do. I'm just saying that's what I would like to see. Now, I do want to say something about this Spence shit, because I know a lot of people say, the car accident, but shout it, he fought 2 times after that car accident, and he won. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to say the man didn't look right that night or whatever the case may be, fine. But that accident shit getting old, man. It been old. The man fought 2 times after the car accident. Lastly, at least, you can pick holes in everybody's resume. So sitting here having arguments about resumes and all, everybody got something they can pick at. You know what I'm saying? The shit is laughable, to be honest. So just say you want to see good fights, as I always say. That's what we want. I don't care nobody pass and stuff. You can't change it. People weren't around when certain people was around. That's how the shit goes. T.O., they say he could have been 2-time undisputed. He did it at an early age. Shout out to him. But T.O., keep doing your thing, bro. I hope you get the fight with Bud. He going to get you within 10. It might be early. I ain't even going to flex you. You feel me? But shout out to boxing, man. Y'all keep throwing punches. I'm out to count.
All right. Big Gucci.
Big Gucci Nick.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, finally, man. This audio been acting up, man. Yo, shout out Two-Tone the Superstar, man. Shout out to Ness. Everybody hit that like, smash that subscribe. Man, I'm here hotboxing this bitch, smoking the joint, man, listening to TBV. Yo, Ness, I heard what actually happened, man. My boy was telling me, Tio didn't really mean to run up on his ass like that, man. He thought that was Kendrick. He was trying to get an autograph, man, is what I heard. But found out it was Bud, and Bud didn't like that. And then they was going back and forth and shit. But yeah, man, I still love to see that fight happen. Man, you got the Glazers coming out. Yo, it's a great fight, bro. He got a really, really good resume, man. He got a better resume than Earl. That's like, if you look at it at a technical standpoint, he do have a better resume. Granted, Earl got the belts from each champion, which they were proven champions. But still, man, when you add it up on paper, T.O.'s resume does look better. You know what I mean? 2 divisional world champ, 2-time lineal. I mean, that sounds real good. I would still like to see that fight happen, man, because when you're talking about these special fighters, man, you don't have to worry too much about the weight divisions, man, because that might play a part, but when you have 2 special fighters going at it, man, That's two skill sets you don't see often colliding, man. It'd be a great fight regardless, man. That's why I don't get some of these glazers coming in talking about um defending, old ass dudes defending. Yo, fight me outside, man. Catch me outside. How about that, man? Why don't you go in the ring, make a bag, motherfucker? Talking about that shit, man. But yeah, man, that's my call.
All right.
There goes Shanae.
COE. Actually, I'm sorry. Jaime Moreno, my bad, brother.
Yo,
Yo.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, what up, guys? What up, Two Tone? What up,
What
I
up?
mean? What up?
What's good, brother?
Man, I want to see it. Give me T.O. Crawford, man. At 54 though, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, wasn't it after the Claggett they were hinting about moving up anyway? So I want to see it, man. But will Bob let it happen if Turkey, you know, talks to him? Because what does Bob have for him? Uh, shit. Unless you're waiting for Tank or the Catterall Regis winner, or I don't even know what Teal's got in front of him, to be honest. But I want to see it, man. But I don't think Crawford will do it, man. I think Crawford's looking at Canelo, and if that's not next, give me Crawford Fundora, because David ain't gonna get the fight. Samson gonna say that he wants Fundora to get the Crawford fight. But if Fundora and then Tim, or if not Tim, Virgil, and then if Canelo can't happen either, give me what's his name? Dude just called him out. Lara. That's a good fight too. But yeah, um, still interested in Crawford Canelo, but I think we're gonna get Eubank and then Bivol, man. That's what I think is gonna happen with Canelo, man. But that's all I got, man.
All right. COE. What up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, so check it out, man. I think T.O. and Crawford would be a good fight. I think Crawford would win that fight, but as I'm looking at everything, man, and I was going through the progression of T.O. and I'm looking at how things kind of been transpiring, and I think T.O. he means well, but I think they going about it the wrong way, considering what he done been through, especially with that Cambosis situation. I would like to see him talk it up and try to get that Cambosis rematch, just so he can prove that was just a fluke. I haven't heard no whining or heard no smoke about that. I would love to hear that. As far as his dad, man, I think his dad doing like what every other father in boxing do, and that's to push his son to higher heights. And I only say that because I watched that. I seen him on an interview. He was telling Canelo to say, to tell Canelo that he want the fight, to tell the fans that he need to fight T.O. first before he fight Canelo. I saw that was like a publicity stunt. So it looked like to me he was looking to just try to pump T.O. name up, trying to get him some recognition, some more clout out there, because I saw his last fight that really didn't sell much. I think they didn't even sell out the theater. I think he was kind of lacking. So I think he need that publicity push, that PR, so to speak, attaching his name to Canelo. That's why you see him with Canelo doing a lot of that. far as Bud character, man, and him stepping outside his comfort zone at the fight, telling him to go outside. I think that was just frustration with Crawford, man, because I look at a man character overall before I start judging him. And I think with Crawford, his character stand more. Just look at what he do in the community and what he do outside. I think that time it was just him at that moment being pushed to go outside and say, "Hey, let's take this shit outside." You know, just like because that's was he right saying it? I don't think so, but I understand the frustration because his dad has been talking a lot of stuff, man, and you know, I hear a lot of people talking about Crawford shouldn't have said that. Well, I ain't hearing y'all saying that when Plant slapped Charlo, you know, they didn't have a boxing match going on. He slapped him backstage. So, you know, I think y'all got to look at that, man, and analyze and look at it of its entirety. That's my call.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Sony with the $20 super chat, fat $20, drop a bomb. Counterpunch for Dom, Jerry Cliff, and one for Nessa's Choice. H-Town, somehow finds a way to give Japanese fighters a backhand compliment every time he mentions them. What these Japanese people do to you,
Yo, that's the weirdest observation that no matter how much boxing I talk, no matter how many obscure women references, some guy figures out I'm slighting every Japanese fighter. That's weird. Matter of fact, hold on. I believe, even though it's not boxing, but Nakatani definitely has what they call a zombie style in MMA. There's a guy called the Korean Zombie. Oh, wow. Slighting the guy because he's Asian. Come on, man.
We got Jerry, counterpunch. H-Town, counterpunch.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Are you still on the panel?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull Ness card, and he been in Vegas and Florida too long. I'm gonna have this talk with Amin, because Ness ain't a historian. Do you remember what happened with Mike Tyson and Mitch Green at
So now we're gonna go in and
Ness, let me get my call in, brother.
Mike
Let me get my
Tyson
call in.
punching people
At
in the
Dapper
face.
Dan's, do you remember what happened?
So this is what you're saying, that we can't move forward as a people. We still gonna be punching people in the face.
Do you remember what happened with Mike Tyson and Mitch Green at Dapper Dan's about 1 a.m?
Yeah, he punched him in the face, bruising his eye.
I remember.
Okay, do you remember what happened? Do you remember when Larry Holmes flew off the top of a 1978 Cadillac trying to drop kick Trevor Burbick?
Yes, yep. I remember that.
Do you remember who stepped to Muhammad Ali live on TV and Muhammad Ali's brother had to come over and stop Frazier from snapping his neck off on live TV?
It gets like that, Jerry.
Yeah, it gets like that.
So what about the time?
Your boy Ness been in Vegas and Florida too long.
What about the time?
You gotta know who you can talk to and know who you can't. I bet fighters ain't stepping to Caleb Plant like they used to, right? Why ain't you gonna step to Caleb Plant out in public? I ain't seen Ness make a whole goddamn show about stop the violence like we in 1985.
61-year-old promoting street fights.
You got to know who you're gonna step to. And Buck Crawford is one of those real ones. Your boy Ness lost all that energy when he saw Teofimo Sr. calling for the goons. Where's your energy for Teofimo Sr. Ness? Where's your energy there?
Where's your energy? You supposed to be older than T.O. Senior.
I am not condoling violence.
You older than
And number
TLC and you
two,
spending money
Teofimo
to
Sr.
call in.
grabbed his
This
arm.
guy's terrible, man.
Grabbed his arm, Ness.
Hey, yo, God is watching you, man. Just know that.
I hear
He
you,
sees it
brother.
all.
But you know, you in combat sports, and you got to know when to say when, or you're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah. Shout out
Say
to you
goodnight to the
referencing.
bad guy.
Shout out to you
This is
referencing
Jerry
things from 20 and
Storiano,
30 years
your limit
ago.
for life. Let him cook.
Referencing.
Listen, if you go to Jerry and you don't like his interest rates, you better get up out of there peacefully, cause Jerry ain't taking it.
This dude's I don't know. I don't know what to say because you referencing, you know, altercations from 20, 30 years ago to somehow justify whatever Crawford is allegedly gonna do. Because he ain't done nothing, but you just want to protect him before he go out there and do something. H-Town, what up?
Can you hear me this? Yo, can you hear me this?
Yep.
H-Town, baby. Hey, man, me must be a comedian, bro. We talking about Japanese, then he brought up a Korean. Not the same people. And not only that, the Koreans hate the Japanese because they were oppressed by the Japanese. So the irony for you
Are
to
you
bring up a
Japanese? Cause you
Korean is
making this real
crazy.
racial, Jack.
Either way, I'm done with that, bro. I'm done with that. Hey, you know, I keep it non-biased, man, and Bud's my dude, but I'm gonna keep the same energy I keep with everybody. Bud said, "You disrespect me, we're gonna fight. I'm gonna see you in that ring. All you got to do is disrespect me." That's what he told Boots. He told Boots, "If you disrespect me, you'll see me in that ring. I'll be in there. I don't take disrespect from nobody." We got TLC disrespecting Bud. We got Junior disrespecting Bud, and he ain't trying to get the damn fight. He better have the Canelo fight because this is as a Bud fan, man, well, we can't stand for this, man. Bud said nobody's disrespecting. He come see you. And he don't come see Teal, I'm going to start saying he duck Teal. Because, hey, man, you got to keep the same energy. Ain't that right, Ness?
Yep.
What'd he say? Tell Boost to disrespect me, and I see anybody that disrespects me.
Yep. But
So what about Teal?
Teal got to get it in the street for some reason.
That's crazy, huh? They want Teal to get in the street. That's wild. Hey, Jerry's tripping on that, man. These guys are professional fighters. There's a reason they're pro fighters. Most of these guys are not even street guys. They're kids that grew up in gyms boxing. Maybe their dads are the guys that were street guys. I need to cut it out trying to get these kids to be gangsters when they ain't gangsters. You know, let them guys fight in the ring, man. That's what they're here. They're here to be pros and make money. But yeah, man, I'm out, Ness, man. It's crazy, man. You got to keep Bud to his own energy. Bud say you disrespect him, he's going to fight you, man. So let's see the fight. I'm out.
All right, that is everybody. Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. The King of Essex.
Yes, King of Essex 1 on IG, King of Essex 1 on Twitter, and that new episode of the Championship Rounds. Why don't you go ahead and take a listen where there's no Asian slander on there, apparently, except when I'm calling out Mio Yoshida.
All right, we out.
We out of here.